Imagine waking up to empty grocery store shelves, a natural disaster, or a sudden job loss. What would your family eat? The truth is, most families are just 3 to 7 days away from running out of food. In this video, you'll discover the exact 20 items that can keep your family fed for months, without breaking the bank or filling your home with food no one will eat. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap to build a smart food storage system that works for your family. No panic buying required. Welcome to Essential Pantry, where we make food preparation simple, practical, and stress-free. If you're ready to gain peace of mind and protect your family's future, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss our essential tips. Let's talk about why most people get food storage completely wrong. They either rush out and panic buy everything in sight, spending thousands of dollars on items they'll never use, or they do nothing at all because the whole idea feels overwhelming. But there's a better way, a smarter way that's both practical and affordable. The secret is simple. Store what you eat and eat what you store. This means only buying foods your family actually enjoys and will use. There's no point in filling your pantry with exotic freeze-dried meals or canned goods that will sit untouched for years before expiring. Instead, think of your food storage as a working pantry, one that's constantly in use and rotation. As you use items, you replace them, and you always rotate older items to the front so they get used first. This approach minimizes waste and ensures your food storage stays fresh and relevant to your family's actual needs. Now, to make this system work, you need to designate multiple storage spaces throughout your home. Your house pantry is for daily use items, the things you reach for every day when cooking meals. Then you'll want a prepper pantry, which is an extra, climate-controlled space for overflow and less frequently used items. This could be a closet, spare room, or basement area. Finally, your garage can serve as long-term storage, especially if you have space for an extra fridge and freezer. The important thing is that these spaces are organized, accessible, and protected from extreme temperatures and moisture. With that foundation in place, let's dive into the 20 essential items you need to stock up on, starting with the most critical item of all. Water is hands down the most important thing in any emergency supply. FEMA recommends at least 1 gallon per person per day for at least 3 days, but honestly, you'll want more than that. The smart approach is to store water in 3 different ways. First, keep small bottles on hand, because they're easy to grab in a hurry if you need to evacuate quickly. Second, store gallon jugs for larger needs like cooking and washing. And third, invest in a good water filtration system. A Berkey filter is excellent if you can afford it, but more budget-friendly options like Brita pitchers work too. Just don't forget to stock up on extra filters, because those will be impossible to find during an emergency. Now, here's something most people don't think about. Filtered water, especially in an emergency situation, can taste bland or even a bit off. That's where drink mixes come in as your second essential item. Stock up on Gatorade powder, which has a long shelf life and adds important electrolytes. Lemonade and Tang are also great choices. Tang is particularly valuable because it's high in vitamin C. You can even find number 10 cans of drink mix that can last up to 10 years. And don't forget comfort drinks like hot cocoa, tea, and coffee. These might seem like luxuries, but they provide a huge morale boost during stressful times. For your third essential, focus on meals ready to eat and easy meal options. In an emergency, the last thing you want is complicated cooking. Soup mixes are incredibly inexpensive, have a long shelf life, and often just require adding water. Canned soups are even easier. Look for hearty options with meat and vegetables that have a shelf life of about 2 years. And here's a pro tip. Stock up on deluxe mac and cheese that doesn't need milk or butter. It has a shelf life of about a year, and kids absolutely love it. Beans and rice are your fourth essential, and they're classic staples for good reason. They provide excellent nutrition, they're incredibly affordable, and they last a long time. For beans, you've got options. Canned beans in various types will last 1 to 2 years and require no preparation. Dry beans stored in cans can last for years, and number 10 cans of beans can have up to 30 years of shelf life. For rice, consider both convenience pouches and large bags. Rice is so inexpensive that you can easily store it in food-safe buckets. And here's a storage trick that works for both beans and rice. Use mason jars with oxygen absorbers to extend their shelf life even further. Fruits and vegetables are your fifth essential because variety and nutrition matter even in emergencies. Don't make the mistake of only storing bland, boring foods. Start with frozen fruit while you have power. It's affordable and nutritious. Then stock up on dried fruits like raisins, apricots, and mangoes. They have a shelf life of about 2 years.
Canned fruits and vegetables, both in regular cans and number 10 cans, will last 1 to 2 years.
The key here is to buy what your family actually likes. There's no point in storing spinach if everyone hates it. Focus on popular options like carrots, green beans, mixed vegetables, and corn. Flour is your sixth essential, and if you lived through the pandemic, you know exactly why. Flour disappears from store shelves fast during any shortage because it's fundamental to so much of our cooking and baking. Keep small containers for daily use in your main pantry, but also invest in food-grade buckets for bulk storage from warehouse stores. For true long-term storage, number 10 cans of flour can last up to 10 years. Along with flour, you need baking ingredients as your seventh essential. Stock up on yeast, which can be incredibly hard to find during emergencies, but lasts a long time when stored properly. Get baking powder, baking soda, and various baking mixes. These typically have a shelf life of about a year, so make sure you're rotating them through your regular cooking. These ingredients are what transform your basic staples into actual meals and comfort foods. Pasta and noodles are your eighth essential, and a family favorite that's both cheap and stores incredibly well. Mac and cheese has a 1 to 2 year shelf life and is an easy go-to meal. Ramen noodles are extremely inexpensive and surprisingly versatile. You can add vegetables, eggs, and meat to make them more substantial. Plain pasta stored in airtight containers will last a long time, and for true long-term storage, you can get number 10 cans. Here's an interesting option, spaghetti bites, which are just smaller pieces of spaghetti that are easier to cook and use less water. Of course, pasta needs sauce, which brings us to essential number 9, pasta sauces. Jarred sauces have about a 2-year shelf life. Alfredo sauce lasts about 1 year. Canned sauces also have a 2-year shelf life. And if you want to make your own sauces, stock up on number 10 cans of tomato sauce and crushed tomatoes. These give you flexibility to create whatever flavors your family enjoys. Spices and salt are your 10th essential, and this is where people often make a big mistake. They store all this food but forget that bland, flavorless meals get old fast. Spices add variety and make basic ingredients interesting. Buy bulk containers from warehouse stores. They're incredibly inexpensive and long-lasting. Salt deserves special mention because it's not just about flavor, it's essential for health and food preservation. You can never have too much salt stored away. Milk and milk alternatives are essential 11. Obviously, regular milk doesn't store well, so focus on shelf-stable options. Shelf-stable boxed milk lasts about a year and works great for drinking and cooking. Almond milk also lasts about a year. Don't forget about evaporated and sweetened condensed milk for baking and cooking. These are ingredients you'll want when making comfort foods and desserts. Oatmeal is your 12th essential, and it's incredibly versatile. You can eat it for breakfast, use it in baking, or even add it to ground meat to stretch your protein further. Rolled oats and canisters are great for regular use. Oatmeal packets are quick and easy with a 6-month to 1-year shelf life. For long-term storage, use mason jars and number 10 cans, which can preserve oatmeal for up to 30 years. That's not a typo. 30 years. Meat is essential number 13, and yes, this includes canned meat, even if you're not a huge fan of it during normal times. Canned options like Vienna sausages, Spam, and corned beef hash might not be gourmet, but they provide essential protein and calories. If you have a bigger budget, freeze-dried meats in number 10 cans are expensive, but they last incredibly long and actually taste pretty good when rehydrated. Sugarners are your 14th essential, and white sugar, powdered sugar, and brown sugar are all important for baking and for morale. Never underestimate the power of something sweet during tough times. Store these in airtight containers or number 10 cans for longer shelf life. Honey is particularly valuable because it has a nearly indefinite shelf life. Archaeologists have found edible honey in ancient Egyptian tombs. That's the kind of shelf stability you want. Oils are essential number 15. You'll need different types for different purposes. Olive oil and avocado oil are healthier options with about a year of shelf life. Coconut oil lasts about 2 years and has multiple uses beyond cooking. And standard vegetable oil is essential for many recipes. Just remember that oils do go rancid, so rotate them more frequently than your other storage items. Vinegar is your 16th essential, and it's more versatile than you might think. White vinegar is perfect for cleaning and food preparation. Apple cider vinegar is great for health remedies and salad dressings. Vinegar has an incredibly long shelf life and costs very little, so there's no reason not to stock up on several bottles. Potatoes are essential number 17, and they're wonderfully filling and versatile. Instant potatoes are incredibly inexpensive, just require adding water, and have a 1-year shelf life. Canned potatoes last about 2 years, and for long-term storage, number 10 cans of potato flakes can last up to 30 years. With some butter or oil and seasonings, you can create a satisfying side dish in minutes. Peanut butter is your 18th essential. It's an excellent source of protein and calories, and kids love it. Standard peanut butter is inexpensive and has a 1-year shelf life.
If anyone in your family has peanut allergies, look into other nut butters like almond or sunflower seed butter. Cereal is essential number 19. Yes, cereal. It's a comfort food with a surprisingly long shelf life of about a year, especially non-nut, non-fruit varieties.
During stressful times, having familiar, comforting foods available makes a huge difference in family morale. Don't underestimate the value of something that feels normal and tastes good. And finally, essential number 20 is pancake mix, specifically the kind that only requires water. These mixes have a shelf life of 1 to 2 years, and they're perfect for quick breakfasts or even snacks. Pancakes are filling, that use basic ingredients, and they're something almost every family member will eat without complaint. Now, there are several honorable mentions worth considering, even though they didn't make the top 20. Extra condiments like ketchup, mustard, and shelf-stable mayonnaise can make a huge difference in meal variety. Snacks like crackers, granola bars, and popcorn provide quick energy and comfort. If you have infants, baby food and formula are obviously critical. And please don't forget your furry family members. Stock up on pet food too. Your pets depend on you just as much as your human family does. So how do you actually build this food storage system without overwhelming yourself or going broke? Start small and build over time. There's absolutely no need to create a massive stockpile overnight. Instead, add a few extra items to your cart each time you shop. Focus on what your family actually eats and enjoys. If you normally buy 2 cans of green beans, buy 4. If you usually get 1 box of pasta, grab 3. This gradual approach spreads out the cost and makes the whole process manageable. Organization and rotation are crucial to making this system work. Keep your storage organized by expiration date. Use the oldest items first and replace them as you go. Store similar items together for easy access. This isn't rocket science, but it does require some attention and discipline. The good news is that once you have a system in place, it practically runs itself. If possible, spread your storage across different areas of your home. This not only helps with organization, but it also protects your supplies in case of localized problems like a leaky roof, a pest infestation, or flooding in one area. Don't put all your eggs, or in this case, all your food, in one basket. Invest in proper storage containers. Food-grade buckets, airtight containers, and mason jars with oxygen absorbers can dramatically extend the shelf life of many foods and keep pests out. Yes, these items cost money up front, but they pay for themselves many times over by preventing waste and spoilage. Think of them as an investment in your family's security. Take advantage of warehouse stores like Costco and Sam's Club for buying in bulk, especially for staples like flour, rice, and pasta. Watch for sales at regular grocery stores and stock up when prices are low. If chicken noodle soup normally costs $1.50 but goes on sale for 80 cents, that's the time to buy a case. Strategic shopping like this can cut your food storage costs in half. While this video focuses on food, don't forget about non-food essentials. Stock up on paper goods like toilet paper, paper towels, and napkins. Keep cleaning supplies on hand, soap, disinfectant, and trash bags. And maintain a good supply of personal hygiene items like toothpaste, shampoo, soap, and feminine products. These items are just as important as food during an emergency, and they're often the first things to disappear from store shelves. Remember that every family is different, and your food storage should reflect your unique tastes, dietary needs, and space constraints. The system we've outlined here is a great starting point, but feel free to adapt it to what works best for you. If someone has allergies or dietary restrictions, substitute items as needed. If your family has favorite comfort foods, include those. Never underestimate the morale boost of a favorite treat during tough times. And make sure you're storing foods you actually know how to prepare. It's also smart to consider how you'll cook if the power goes out. A camping stove, charcoal grill, or even a fireplace can become your kitchen during an extended emergency. Building a food storage system isn't about fear, it's about love and responsibility. It's about making sure your family is cared for no matter what happens. With a little planning, organization, and gradual effort, you can create a pantry that not only provides security in emergencies, but also makes everyday life a little easier. You'll save money by buying in bulk and on sale. You'll save time by always having ingredients on hand. And most importantly, you'll have peace of mind knowing that your family is protected. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your existing system, remember these key principles. Store what you eat what you store, and take it one step at a time. Start with just 1 or 2 items this week. Maybe it's a case of canned vegetables or an extra bag of rice. Next week, add something else. Before you know it, you'll have built a robust food storage system without stress or financial strain. Your future self and your family will thank you. Drop a comment telling us which item you're stocking up on first, and don't forget to subscribe for more practical preparation tips. Until next time, stay prepared with Essential Pantry.